Hey y'all, what's going on? It's Pocahontas. Zeus dropped that new episode of Baddies East, and y'all already know that we about to talk about it. So they still showing Smiley having her seizure from the last episode. She falling out the wheelchair. She choking on her vomit. She just out of it. Mariah crying and shit. Mariah don't even like Smiley. Taseki, she mad and she upset because she feel like they didn't get to do nothing for real that whole day because Smiley made the whole day about her. So Taseki was pissed off about that, and she said she want to whoop Smiley. She pissed off. And Natalie get everybody together just to let them know like how serious the situation is. Camila really don't give a fuck. And at least she being honest. So after Natalie got the little rundown and she found out what happened with Smiley, she let everybody know that Bobby and Suki was going to be joining all of them for dinner. So she just told all the girls just to go and have fun, explore Jamaica, and they're going to meet back up later for dinner. So then they show us Smiley being admitted to the hospital, and they bringing her in on the stretcher. And I know she's sick, and you know, we supposed to be praying for her well-being, but I couldn't just help but to notice that funky-ass BBL. Her ass looked terrible. Like, for real. And I've been seeing so many fucked up BBLs, and I just be wondering, how the fuck do y'all be feeling knowing that y'all wasted y'all motherfucking money? I just couldn't help but notice Smiley laying on top of that motherfucking pamper. So anyways, as soon as Smiley get up in the hospital, she talking to the nurse staff, and she's just trying to figure out what's going on. She's trying to figure out what's happening. She let the medical professionals know that she got a history of having seizures, and she really ain't supposed to be drinking like that. And I knew Smiley knew that she had some type of medical conditions going on. And that's why she was telling all the girls, like, I don't drink like that. I don't drink like that. Because she knew she wasn't supposed to be drinking alcohol like that. And so with Smiley saying that, I'm just trying to figure out, like, okay, like, one of the first things Smiley did when she got on the Sprinter bus on their way to the Osos Rios, one of the first things she was saying was, oh, I'm turning up. I'm finna get drunk. So it's like, you know you got health conditions. You know you ain't supposed to be getting drunk. You know you prone to seizures. Why would you even get up on the bus saying that you're going to get drunk? Why would you do that? If you knew it was going to lead to this, like, that kind of had me questioning Smiley, because it's all like, damn, Smiley, did you purposely drink yourself to a seizure? Because you knew you was going to have a motherfucking seizure, and you knew that you was going to make this trip about you? Like, I don't know. It kind of just had me thinking, but I hate that shit even had me thinking that way, because it's like, when motherfuckers do shit like that, you be wanting to believe them. So Smiley at the hospital, coming to her senses and shit. Natalie and Sapphire and them gonna meet up with Suki and Bobby, and they give Suki and Bobby hip on the shit that just happened with Smiley, and they let them know that Smiley just had a couple of seizures. She getting medical attention. They don't know what the fuck going on. And Suki and Bobby, they was really like worried about Smiley and was really hoping that she was okay. Like, they really felt bad for her. So they show everybody just going around enjoying Jamaica, shopping, getting some souvenirs, just, you know, enjoying the country, just enjoying the scenery. It's so pretty out there. Like, it is so pretty, and you can just tell like they having a lot of fun out there together. And I didn't even notice that Rolly was missing from the bunch. And apparently Rolly had stepped away for a minute because the whole thing that was going on with Smiley and the seasons and shit, it was getting to be a little bit too much for her to handle. So she had to step away. After Natalie little group done shopping and sightseeing and shit, they go and meet up with Rolly, check on Rolly. Natalie bought Rolly some gifts, trying to, you know, put Rolly in a better mood, trying to cheer her up. And that's when Rolly just let everybody know that what Smiley had going on was triggering for her. She know what it looked like when somebody having a seizure. And she felt like Smiley wasn't having a seizure for real. Like, she felt like Smiley was faking. And it was pissing her off, so she had to, like, dismiss herself.
Me knowing how a seizure goes, and that wasn't a seizure. So by her doing shit like that, it just kind of triggered me.
I don't know. I thought it was real. So if Smiley was faking, she had me fooled. I thought that shit was real. I ain't finna sit here and act like I'm a motherfucking expert on seizures and shit like that. So I don't know. I can't tell the difference between somebody having a real seizure or a fake seizure. I don't know. But Rolly said she know what the fuck that shit looked like, and that shit wasn't that. And we gonna see. We gonna see. And I really hope that Smiley wasn't sitting up faking, because that shit ain't nothing to play about. So they on their way to meet up for the dinner for the night. And when they make it there, production let Natalie know that Smiley ended up making it all the way to the hospital, and she fine now all of a sudden. That done pissed Natalie and the rest of the girls off. Like I said, I don't know much about seizures, but it do seem a little off. We literally sat and watched what the fuck happened to Smiley from beginning to end. So we seen what the fuck she went through. She done had 2 seizures, choking on her throw up, throwing up, didn't know if she was neither here nor there. You would think after going through all of that, that person will be mentally and physically exhausted. Like, damn, Smiley, you don't want to lay down in the bed, take you a little nap, a little 30-minute nap. You all of a sudden fine and you ready to go out to eat, go out for dinner. Even if you didn't know what the fuck happened and what the fuck went on, you do know that you woke up in a motherfucking hospital. So with that being said, the fact that you was comfortable enough to be like, oh, okay, well, let me just go on and join them for dinner like nothing happened, that was just a little weird. And it was just all like, so what the fuck happened? Like, was you really having seizures, or what the fuck happened? It was just weird to me. But then at the same time, it's like, it's a touchy subject, because I have a medical condition to where I pass out. I will pass out randomly. Like, I will pass the fuck out. And I'm used to that. So I'll pass the fuck out and people around me will be like, oh my God. But I'm used to it. So I'll wake back up like, damn, what the fuck happened? Because a lot of the times when I'm finna pass out, I don't remember what happened leading up to that. Like the last 5 minutes before I passed out, I don't remember. So I'll wake up from me passing out like, damn, what happened? And motherfuckers be like, oh, you passed out. And then I'll be like, oh, okay, because I'm used to passing out. I'm not about to freak out and, you know, because I'm used to passing out. But even then, like, when I be passing out and shit like that, I be having to lay the fuck down. Like, I'm not trying to go kick it with motherfuckers, and you know what I'm saying? I'm done for the day. So that's why it's just a little weird. Like, that shit that Smiley was doing, it's just a little weird. So everybody gathering at the dinner table, everybody link up for dinner, and motherfuckers already having a bad feeling. Motherfuckers already just feeling that some shit about to pop off. So Natalie and Scotty end up getting into it off camera over some stupid shit. Cause Scotty, I guess, ordered some food. Her food came first. Then she ordered some more food. That came. Natalie got mad at her. Like, damn, Scotty, you fucking hungry as fuck. Ordering everything off the menu on our asses and shit like that. And I guess Scotty went outside to smoke a blunt. So her and Natalie texting back and forth. And Scotty was like, fuck you, Natalie. That pissed Natalie off. So then they arguing and going back and forth and shit like that. I feel like Natalie was just trying to find some reason to be mad at Scotty, because it's just all like, Natalie reason for why she had a problem with Scotty, it just ain't make sense. It was just like, okay, so what? Big fucking deal. Scotty ordered 2 plates. Okay, what the fuck do that got to do with you? Why did you have to sit up and text her and y'all had to talk about it through text? And then she told you, fuck you, now you just mad at that. Like, girl, please. I doubt that's the first time somebody told Natalie to fuck her. Natalie just all up in Scotty's face. And I can't even take Natalie serious. Like, I straight can't. Like, just the shit that Natalie doing, it's just all like, you can just tell that Natalie can't fight and she trying to be intimidating, but it's like not giving what the fuck she trying to give. And Scotty ain't do shit. She didn't even swing back. And it's just all like, come on now, Scotty. Like, damn, like, why every season do you gotta be the one getting punked? Why you gotta be the weakest link every season? Like, come on, Scotty. Like, I thought you was taking fighting lessons. I thought you was learning how to fight. Like, what's going on? And then it's just all like, I just really hated how Scotty didn't stand up for herself. Because a motherfucker like Natalie, you gotta put your motherfucking foot down and stand up for yourself, or she gonna keep fucking with you. Y'all both honestly weak as fuck. Scotty, you just let Natalie beat on you. You ain't even swinging back. You ain't even peached the bitch. So now Natalie get on Smiley ass, So Smiley walk over and Smiley looked like she didn't even know what the fuck was going on. She really did look like that. Natalie called Smiley out, telling Smiley like, oh, you faking. I don't got time for this shit. You wasting my motherfucking time. Motherfucker spent the whole day worried about your motherfucking ass and you was faking. And Smiley just all like, I don't know what's going on.
No, we don't give a fuck how you feel. How the fuck do you think we felt? Stand like that.
So as everybody ganging up on Smiley, E.T. come out the woodwork and just pour a bottle of water over Smiley. And after she did that, Suki was just over it at that point. That was like the last straw for Suki. Suki was just like, I'm finna get the fuck away from you weird ass bitches. Like, y'all weird as fuck. And so Suki confront Natalie and she just like, y'all weird. Y'all sitting here bullying this girl. This girl's a grown ass woman. They was definitely bullying Smiley and that shit was wrong. And it's crazy how Suki was the only girl that spoke up against that shit.
For real, I don't even fuck with y'all. For real, I ain't fucking with y'all.
Over what?
I just don't get it. I don't get it because it's disrespectful.
Over what?
And so I feel like that was the last straw for Smiley too, because after that Smiley was just all like, fuck this shit, I'm done, I'm finna go home. Smiley went the fuck home after that. And I feel like that's what was best for Smiley, because I feel like had Smiley would have stayed, she just would have been a target for the rest of the season. She was already low-key a target for the rest of the season. So I feel like she made the right decision to be like, alright, I just gone by my way. But I'm glad somebody stood up for the fucked up shit that they did to Smiley. And I'm glad that Suki stood up and said some shit to Natalie, because motherfuckers be acting like they be so scared to say something to Natalie. Suki even called out E.T. for pouring that water on Smiley and said that she was weird for doing that. Now E.T. and Suki arguing. And so as they arguing and going back and forth, Rolly stand up and she just all like, hey, like, don't talk to my friend like that. And so Suki took that personal. So now Suki and Rolly arguing. And Rolly has been getting on my nerves all season. Like, I ain't gonna lie. Rolly been pissing me off. But at the end of the day, Rolly is a real friend because she stood up for her friend. And that's the same motherfucking thing that Sapphire should have did for Suki. The way Rolly stood up for her friend and was like, don't talk to my friend like that, Sapphire should have did the same thing. While Suki's sitting up getting into all these altercations, Sapphire just sitting there staring. Ain't doing shit. Just sitting there looking. Like, girl, what type of friend is you? So Rolly and Suki, they arguing, and Rolly just telling Suki, like, I ain't gonna hit you because I read your contract. And Rolly was basically just saying that it's in Suki's contract that she can't get touched. So Rolly like, I'm not even about to touch you because I already know that I can't.
Contract. So what's up? I know what's in your contract, ho. I know what's in your contract. Leave. What's up?
And I guess eventually that shit just went out the fucking window because they ended up fighting. So clearly Rolly stopped giving a fuck about what contract said what. And they cut the episode off right there. We're going to have to see who whooped on who next week. I feel like Suki is a real bitch for speaking up. Scotty weak as hell. Why the fuck you let Natalie punk you every fucking season? I just don't like how nobody had Suki back. Because when Rose was reversed, Suki be having everybody back. So then when it was time for motherfuckers to have Suki back and Suki had to stand alone, that was some bullshit. And as far as Smiley, I don't know if Smiley was faking or not. If Smiley was faking, that bitch deserved an Emmy for Best Actor of 2023. Because that shit looked real as fuck to me. But that was pretty much all that I got for y'all this week. Make sure y'all like my video, subscribe to my channel, show me some love. And I'll see y'all next week.